Today we're talking about predatory lending practices. Catchphrases of abusive lenders. There are some catchphrases that should alert you to potential predatory practices. You may have already heard of some of these in advertisements, or seen them in the mail or on billboards. Beware when you hear 125% of your home/car's value. It can be dangerous to borrow more than your home or car is worth. If you stop making payments, you can lose your house or vehicle and still owe money. Incredibly low monthly payment. There is no disclosure as to how the lender intends to calculate monthly payments. There is a possibility the lender might have you only pay interest and not the principal, so you never technically pay off the loan. No upfront fees. Be aware of loans that promise no upfront fees. This does not mean there are no fees. Many times there are expensive fees added on to the cost of the loan, and you will pay interest on these loan fees. This can be very costly. For example, if a $5,000 loan fee is added to the amount you borrow, you are paying $5,000 plus interest on the $5,000 over the life of the loan. Even if you have a bad credit history, beware of lenders who promise you loans even if you have a bad credit history. If you have a bad credit history, you may pay higher interest rates and more expensive loan origination fees. All lenders take your credit history into account. Be aware that while some predatory lenders have been known to target low-income communities for high-cost and high-interest loans, no one is immune from their deceptive offers. It's free and you've got nothing to lose. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Even though the initial loan evaluation is free, there are other predatory lenders who will take money from you. There might be hidden fees. Act now, this is a limited time offer. Beware of limited time offers. Many predatory lenders try to pressure you into acting fast, even though you are not comfortable with the loan conditions. Guard against predatory lending practices. The best ways to guard against predatory lending practices is to deal with reputable loan providers, shop around with several loan providers of your choice to obtain the best terms, read and understand all terms and conditions of an offered loan or ask questions until you are sure you understand. Ensure you can afford and make payments according to the loan terms. The true cost of alternative financial services. Many lenders advertise easy money. These are types of loans that are generally easier to obtain, but also cost significantly more. Getting credit is not cheap. However, getting a bank loan is usually less expensive than other alternatives. We are going to look at 3 of these alternatives. Rent-to-own services, which we should already be aware of based on previous readings, payday loans, and refund anticipation loans. Rent-to-own services. Rent-to-own services let you use an item for a period of time by making monthly or weekly payments. If you'd like to purchase an item, the store will set up a plan for you to rent it until you pay enough to own it. The store is the legal owner of the item until you make that final payment. If you miss a payment, the store can take the item back. If this happens, you will not own the item and you will not get your money back. Rent-to-own agreements are technically not loans, so no interest is charged. However, the difference between the cash price and your total payment is similar to the interest you pay on a loan. Generally, using rent-to-own services is more expensive than getting a consumer installment loan to buy the item outright. You should have tackled this earlier when we did this in our reading last week. Please use that as a refresher. There's also a payday loan. Payday loans are short-term loans, normally up to 2 weeks. You write a post-dated check and receive cash that day. The loan service cashes the check on your payday to pay the loan in full. You can also go into the loan office and pay your loan with cash, at which point the lender returns your check to you. You have to be careful of payday loans. They are usually made to people who need money right away and who plan to pay it back with their next paycheck. However, if unable or unwilling to repay the loan when it is due, many people pay more fees to get another payday loan. Payday loans can be much more costly than they appear at first glance. If you do not have the money to pay the loan within the agreed-upon time period, the lender may renew the loan and charge you more fees. This will increase the total amount that you owe. Refund anticipation loans. A refund anticipation loan is a short-term loan secured by your expected income tax refund. Although the business preparing your income tax return will give you the money, you are usually receiving a loan from a bank or finance company. You do not have to pay any fees associated with obtaining a refund anticipation loan at the time you receive the money. Therefore, you may not realize how much this loan is actually costing you. Be smart. Tips for borrowing money. If you are thinking about borrowing money, keep in mind the following guidelines. Do pay your bills on time and have good credit history. Make sure your credit history is correct by reviewing your report yearly. Be an informed customer. Make sure to shop around for the best deal. If a creditor is not willing to give you information to compare, you probably don't want to do business with them. Ask friends, family, and credit counselors for advice. Take someone along with you when you talk to a lender. Take your time before deciding on the best loan or a lender. Be careful of lenders who tell you they do not care about your credit history or how much you earn. Many of these lenders charge higher interest rates and higher fees. Do not let lenders pressure you into a decision before you are ready. Respond to advertisements that make lending sound cheap and easy. Respond to offers to refinance your loan shortly after you just refinanced it. Make sure you really need the loan or the loan makes economic sense for you.